Yeah. Timekeeper of time, are you ready?
Yes.
Athens, Georgia, Right Club audience, are you ready? Yeah. Are you ready?
I am ready.
Let's do this.
It's true. Most of my poetry or writing that is worth hearing is about a rat. But if the truth be known, I've never really written of my time in a rat. Just in vague references that I know to be true. I call these half-truths. You see, I've earned the right to use these. So why now? Why be completely honest in front of a group of strangers and a former English teacher? Because it may help people understand why it makes me so angry when people say thank you for your service. Or when a college kid asks me, you ever killed anybody? As I read the rest of this, I must go back to Iraq in my head. I don't know where my emotions will go. All I can guarantee is they are real. I didn't practice this. It was almost too painful to write. I'm so sorry. So if it comes off a little rough, I apologize. Truth is, I don't remember the exact date. They all seem to run together over there. Must have been in early May if I had to guess. I woke up as I did every morning, looked to Baghdad, flipped it off. I then put what would be one of many chews of Red Man in my jaw. Their job that day was simple: convoy important military necessities to an Air Force base called Talil. The exact location of the base is not important, only that the route took us directly through Baghdad. As we left the base, I was third in a convoy of 10 trucks. I was driving with my longtime battle buddy, as the Army refers to a combat partner. He was riding shotgun. Now, I love tobacco and bourbon, but he loved pot. And we found ways to get them both. The first leg of the trip put us directly in some canyons. And as we were riding through the canyons, about 30 minutes in, I noticed, pop, 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 pop! What the fuck was that? I look over, there's my battle buddy with no shot, no battle gear on, no helmet, and no shirt, Cumberland Gap, Virginia. He goes, reckon we get shot at. True story. And the ride through the farmland was uneventful. As we entered the city, something was not right. The market was almost empty. You see, they do their business there in the morning and the early evening due to extreme heat. We rolled through the market. I had a boombox in my truck, and I just put in a mixtape of the Outfield of the 80s. I still remember it to this day. I was singing, which honestly may be why they decided to attack. Jamie's on a vacation so far away. Come around to talk it, boom! A huge explosion in front of me. The 18-wheeler that was in front of me was now mangled and on its side. I jumped out. Right as my battle buddy, he said, drive. But I jumped out. I ran, I saw 2 bodies on the ground. It was the occupants of the vehicle. And immediately I knew, out of instinct, I had to decide which one was going to survive. Johnson, although he had a face full of glass in his eyes and was bleeding profusely, I knew he'd survive. Michaels was complaining that he didn't feel his legs. I rolled him over and I saw blood at the base of his spine, so I left him. I was thinking, why am I the only one out here as I sat there? And will somebody please turn off the fucking outfield? Right about that time is when I saw it. As I ran to see the 2 bodies, I noticed a young boy loading an AK-47. When I say young, he's not 9, but 14 to 15. And I raised my rifle. And I'd like to claim that I had a moment of just profusion, and I was confused about what I had to do in a microsecond, good versus evil. But the truth is, the only thing I felt was the recoil of the rifle against my shoulder. Pow, pow, pow. 2 to the chest, 1 to the head. A reflex we learned in the military. Shortly after, a medevac was called for the downed soldiers. We got back in our truck and continued down the road. We made our delivery minus 1 truck. Oh yeah, those important military assets? coolers so officers could keep their water cold. This event's never been talked about again until now. But don't worry, I relive it nightly. Every night I close my eyes. Pow, pow, pow. 2 to the chest, 1 to the head. Only now it's not holding an AK-47, he's holding a soccer ball. But still I take the shot. But don't worry about me. I came home, I got a college education on the government's dime. I'm doing fine. Don't worry about me, I have family and friends that love me. I'm doing fine. I mean, look at me. I'm doing fine.